Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of our TryHackMe SQHell walkthrough. In the previous video, we bypassed the login page using a simple SQL injection payload and captured the first flag. In this video, we are going after the second flag. Sorry, I'd like to point out I will not follow the order of this room. I'd like to perform various SQL injection based on difficulty level. And to be specifically, I'd like to retrieve the last flag. Although this is the last one, but from the difficulty level, it's not so complicated. Okay? So now, let's head over to Kali Linux VM. In the home page, we can see there are two posts, and we can click either of them and to get the detail page. And you can notice URL pattern. So from the URL, we can guess possibly the backend SQL query would be like this one. Select from like a post where ID equal to 1, 2, or 3. Let me go back to put non-existent ID to see what we will see. Okay? Yes, post not found. Alright? So, how about the application directly places our input into the SQL query, and then the ID parameter may be injectable. Let's test it out. And the easiest way to test is to put single quote in the end. For example, like this one. And we can see there is an error returned from the target. So from this point, we can know possibly the application is vulnerable to SQL injection. Next thing we need to know is category of such injection, whether it's string-based or number-based. String-based, for example, this is string-based, but if ID equal to 2, this is number-based, and we can use some payloads to test. This is very important, otherwise we cannot go on. Okay, so let me go back to the browser, and we can try to run like all one-to-one comment and space, and we can still get the post details. So possibly this is number-based. So how about we put the single quotes, and we can get an area. So up to now, we can determine the category of SQL injection. This should be number-based. So what are we going to do next? Next, we need to determine columns of a query, or how many columns are involved. To do that, we need to utilize another SQL statement, order by. Okay, we can use order by. For example, order by the first column. Of course, there will be no error, and we can increase this number to 2, no error, 3, 4, 5. This time we got error unknown column 5 in order clause. So this tells us there are 4 columns involved in the query. Very important, otherwise we cannot go on. Again, so next we need to utilize another very important way to retrieve information from the database, which is UNION-select. Okay, UNION-select. So how to do? Let me go back. And next, we need to know, although there are 4 columns involved in the query, next we need to know which column or columns are displayed on the page and where to display. Okay, and for example 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit enter. Or we need to put, this is another very, very important skill. Maybe not a skill, trick. When we perform such a test, we need to put non-existent ID, and this will be easier for us to conduct such test. Okay, to know which column of information is displayed. Okay, for example, we can put 10. Yes, the second and the third position, the information where the second and the third position is located are displayed. So next, this means we need to put the statement into the position 2 or the 3 to retrieve what we want. For example, I want to know the current user, and I can put user function into the second position. And also you can put the third position, the database. Yes, you got my idea, right? So next we need to enumerate more information from the database. For example, you want to query all database names. How to do? And we can utilize one default database of MySQL information schema. So how to construct such a payload? We can go to the website to get the help. Okay, for example, the first one, this query retrieves the names of all schemas or database on the server. We can copy, and we need to do some modification. So we need to put, just as I said, we need to put this into the second or the third position. And also we need to remove this one because there are only 4 columns in total. And so now let me copy. This is, of course, UNION-select I've already explained. Just to do the concatenation, right? Or do the UNION-select. And then, this we need to put 4 columns based on our previous analysis. And this position is the location we want to retrieve. And here we are using function group concatenate. And this will combine information together. Okay? Because usually there will be multiple results. And we can utilize this one to combine all results into one column. And here is this hexadecimal just serve as separator. Okay, let me copy and put over here. Okay, And then we can get to know the two databases. And this is the default database of MySQL. And this is the database name. We can copy. Next, I want to retrieve tables of this database. So how to do? Let me go back to this website and copy this one. This query retrieves the names of all tables within a specified schema. And this schema name is represented by placeholder. Okay, so now let me put over here. Again, for the same reason, we need to put this one into the second or third position. Of course, we need to delete these things. And placeholder, this should be database name wrapped by single quotes. And we can copy the database name. That's all. And we can copy. And hit enter. Oh, we got error. Oh, sorry, I put these things in wrong positions. Should be here. Sorry about it. Now we can copy and run it one more time. I'm certain this time we can get this payload executed without problem. Yes, and there's 3 tables in this database. And this is the table what we are looking for. We want to retrieve the 5th flag. Okay, so next we need to know column names of this table. And again, we can copy this query. So here, and we need to move this one to the second position. Oh, I almost made the same mistake. Okay, of course the table name should be flag. And we can copy and then I can get the column names of this table, the 2 columns flag. So I want to retrieve this column, and how to do? We can copy the last query and we can put the second position. From which table? Flag. And the column, we do not need to use the line separator, and the column name is a flag. Okay, and here we do not need to use single quotes. Okay, so now we can copy and then we can get the flag. This is the 5th flag just I mentioned at the very beginning. Let me copy and submit it to the loom. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day, please.